Hey Aquarius, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, and this week we're actually doing the monthly readings. So, looking ahead at September, what's going on in your energy for the month of September? Make sure you do subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the readings. The most recent All Signs reading was all about money, so you may want to go check that one out. I do also have some September overview in regard to love coming up at the end of the weekly readings as well. So definitely subscribe so you get notified about that. Today we are doing things a little bit differently. I am actually using a combined deck today. So I do have this deck here, which is actually comprised of two different decks. So firstly, we have the Earthbound Oracle, and then we have the Seeker's Lenormand. So you can kind of see they're all mixed together there. So we do have the two in one. They are companion decks. They do also have a tarot deck as well, but I am just using the Oracle and the Lenormand combined today. But getting into it for you, Aquarius. What's going on for Aquarius in September? What's going on for Aquarius in September, please? So I'm going to just draw all your cards out first, okay, Aquarius, and then we will go through them. So the overview, the theme of the month for Aquarius. Okay, and Aquarius, your energy throughout September, looking at past, present, and future for your energy. Clarifying that future card for Aquarius within their energy. Thank you. Okay, what's challenging Aquarius in September? What's the biggest challenge for Aquarius in September? And the advice for Aquarius. Last but not least, the hidden and subconscious energy. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, I need to grab a third card for that because, wow. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. But starting off with the theme of the month, the overview for you, Aquarius, we have perseverance. No. Where on earth did I get the word perseverance from? That is not the word I meant to say. Obviously relevant in some way, shape, or form. That's actually abundance. Okay, abundance, which I believe that fruit is called a persimmon fruit. Is it a persimmon fruit? Not sure. We also have the snake. Okay, so I do just want to point out here that, on the snake energy, you can kind of see that little thing at the top, and then we see this little thing at the top of this one, and it's got the red beads in the inside, and it's all, the colouring is very similar to the snake and things like this. I'm just kind of seeing, because, that looks like a flower, coming out of the top of the snake there. So I'm kind of picturing it as like, this abundance is coming out of the snake there. So it's kind of like, and I feel like this is where the perseverance is relevant as well, because it's the snake. There's some sort of illusion here, some sort of deception, but it's not an out and out deception. It's an illusion. It's like seeing something as abundance when it may not actually be, or seeing something as this, but not realizing that it is actually an abundance, that the truth of the matter is that it's an abundance. Oh, there's where I saw perseverance. Goodness gracious. But you've been trying really hard. That's the perseverance in the past. Okay. You have been trying really hard so once again, to catch, we see the perseverance card coming through as a fish. Okay, so you've been sitting there fishing for a while, and you finally think you've caught your fish. But is it all that it's cracked up to be? That's what this this theme is all about, is that, you know, it looks like you've caught this amazing, big, huge fish, this abundance. You think that this is the abundance. You've caught this fish. I've been sitting here fishing for hours and I finally caught something. Oh, look, it's huge. It's this gigantic fish. So it's this abundance, it's money, it's wealth, it's this feeling of being fulfilled. It's everything I wanted. I wanted this giant fish. But the snake is there. So the snake shows us that that is actually an illusion. Yeah, it might look really good on the surface. You see this huge big fish, but then you cut it open and it's not good to eat. It's not good. It's not edible. It's a non-edible fish. So here you were thinking you had this huge meal. You're taking it home to have this huge meal, but you can't even eat it. So you're like, oh, I caught this amazing big fish, but it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's not actually as amazing as you thought it was going to be. It's not actually on the inside of it all. It's not actually anything like what it looked and appeared to be. It's inedible. Okay. But you've been trying really hard to get this. So it's like your first conclusion is to jump to, this is amazing because I had nothing. And now all of a sudden I've got this big fish. So it must be amazing. But, okay, the present energy, we have the crossroads here. It's kind of part of the path that you need to walk right now. It's, you know, the decision now is in your hands. Do I throw this fish back in and actually, you know, wait another hour for another fish that I actually can eat, even if it's half the size? Or do I take this fish home and try to eat it anyway? Even though I know it's not an edible fish, do I take it home and try to eat it anyway? The future energy here, we do have the scythe. Okay, so you're... And then that was clarified by the growth card. Okay, so it's kind of like the scythe kind of shows us that you maybe do choose to throw the fish back in. That you know that you've put in all this hard work, but then you've got to decide, well, am I going to try to fix it and try to make it work, even though it's not actually the abundance I thought it was going to be? Do I try to make it work, or do I throw it back in and start all over again? And I do feel like for a lot of you, the scythe kind of shows us that you may actually throw it back in and try to start all over again. Because, and you're like, do you know what? Well, I've grown now. I've, you know, now next time I go fishing, I now know that fish is not worth bringing home. That fish is not edible. So it's kind of it's going to be an interesting month in that sense, because, you know, I'm just trying to get a feeling here for what more specifically this is, because it just keeps giving me this reference about fishing, and I'm not a fisher person, so it's a weird analogy for me to run with. It's things changing very quickly in the future here, that deciding to, you know, because I do pick up this energy of like, whatever this false abundance is that some of you do try to make it work and try to make it abundant. It's like you're trying to make it abundant, even. It's like it's not giving me very clear analogies here. It's like that fish was, I found all this gold. It's not real gold though, it's fool's gold. And now, you know, some of you are choosing to, you know, try to turn this fool's gold into you're trying to change, then trying to change it into, well, I'm going to try to make it so that fool's gold is worthwhile for this or that or something different altogether. I'm going to change the goal point and make it work somehow. I'm going to, maybe add, you've got your fish and I'm just going to add a bunch of wasabi to try to change the flavor. Whereas others of you are choosing to go in a different direction and just throw the fish back and start all over again. I now know, don't use that lure. Try a different lure. It's very cagey kind of energy here. But can you clarify what specifically, how do I explain to Aquarius what specifically this is in regard to, please? It's fish. For a lot of you, it's got to do more so with, it's something to do with money, I feel, for a lot of you. Like actual money. Abundance in the sense of meeting some sort of financial goals or having a sense of I've got enough money to have everything I want, what I need. We have balance. We have cycles. We have arcana. And then we have the fish. So that's abundance once again. So it's this cycle, balancing these cycles of, I've been trying to break free from this cycle of stuck in a loop of earning, going to work to earn money, to spend money, to go to work to earn money, to spend money. I've been trying to break this cycle. I've been trying to grow more money than what I'm spending. I'm trying to do something on a deeper level here. And I finally thought that I was getting somewhere, and it turns out that it's an illusion that I've gotten somewhere. I haven't really gotten anywhere. It's kind of this more money, more problems kind of thing. It's like the bigger the fish I catch, the more problems it creates, that I can't actually eat that fish. And, so, it does seem that the ultimate reason is because it's to enable growth and change within your life and enable you to, be more open and ready for change and knowing how to deal with that change. It's kind of telling me now that it's like, if you became a millionaire overnight, you wouldn't be used to having $1 million. So you might just blow it all in one go and just, oh, I've got $1 million. I'm just going to buy everything. Whereas this is actually enabling you to pre-plan things a little bit more. And, once you do get that abundance that you're seeking, to actually use it wisely rather than just throwing it away, that it's enabling you to choose to make better choices, to roll with change in a much better kind of grown, mature way, that then, next time that you catch this fish, you then know exactly what to do with it. You don't necessarily even need to throw it away next time, because now you've grown and you've changed and you know how to make that abundance last, or how to make that edible, because you've had to go through this experience before, and you now know, though, that is not something that you can just chuck it on the fry and it be delicious fish. No, you know that there's actually now a process to make that, get the most out of that. It's not something that you now know the process, I suppose. The biggest challenge you're having this month is the failure. We have failure coming through there, followed by release. Okay, so you're needing to release that fish and then release the failure that I caught this horrible fish that's no good to me. So you are going to be, this is going to be your challenge to, that this feeling of failure, this feeling of, I thought I was getting there. I thought I had it all. And it turns out that that's not everything I wanted at all. This is not what I thought it was. This is nowhere near what I thought it was. I thought this was something amazing, but it turns out it's actually not. It's not what I thought it was at all. So it does leave you feeling like this was a failure. This was a mistake. And this was but that's why you're needing to learn how to throw it back in and try again. Throw it back in and try again. The releasing that failure and not blaming yourself is a bit of a challenge for you this month as well. So the advice we have for you here is simplicity as well as the key. Keep it simple. Keep it very, very simple for yourself this month. It's like, okay, that was a failure. That wasn't what I thought it was. I'm going to throw that fish back and I'm going to try again. I'm going to keep on trying because I have all these other opportunities. There's plenty of other fish in the sea that I can catch. I have plenty of other doors opening up to me. I can take those other doorways. I don't need to focus on this false abundance. It's not that just because that didn't work out doesn't mean that I am actually a failure. I need to release that failure energy. I've got other opportunities available to me. I've got other fish available to me. I just need to grow and learn and make some changes in order to catch those other fish instead of this same old stupid fish that was a false abundance. Okay, and then the hidden energy. The reason I laughed initially there because these are the two cards I pulled out first. The message card and then the letter in the lenormand. Okay, so that's the oracle card and that's the lenormand card. Obviously, that is the exact same thing. One is a scroll, one is an envelope. It's the same thing. Communication, an important message coming towards you that illuminates the truth. Okay, we have illuminate there as well. So our eyes are open. The smoke is cleared. Everything is clear and pure, shining brightly. We're able to see. That's kind of a blessing in disguise. Because now you can see if you've caught the wrong fish and you know to throw it back. You know if this abundance, now what true abundance will look like, and how to deal with the changes and throw away the things that aren't serving you and get rid of those so that we can focus on the true abundance for ourselves. So keeping it simple and knowing that there's other options, you will actually get a very, very clear message come through to you sometime this month that really opens your eyes and clears it all up for you. This is like a very clear message of, now I know if I see that fish, that is a false abundance. It is not the fish I want. You now know very, very clearly that I can now see through that, and I now know the truth, and I will be able to use that for future changes because, back to the future energy there, we see the scythe and growth. So in the future, there's a lot of changes occurring here that we're able to change this. It's like needing to see this now and see the truth of what this illusion is so that we're not going to get tripped and fooled by this ever again. We're going to be able to see very, very clearly through that in the future. Some of you are very, very clearly going to get some sort of paperwork, a message, a text, an email. Someone will tell you that is not what it looks like. You are going to get a very, very clear message of that there's hidden, there's a, make sure you check the fine print kind of message. You may actually get that very specific message of make sure you check the fine print. There's more to that than there looks like. Really make sure you know exactly what you're getting there because it's not as good as it looks. There may be a very clear message saying, oh yeah, that looks really good, but it's not. So make sure you take that on board when you do receive that message this month. Okay, so that's what we have for you. I'm sorry I couldn't be more pinpointy on exactly what this is about, but that's what we have for you today, Aquarius. You're more than welcome to check out your other placements. Subscribe, and I'll see you all again soon.